Couple minutes to spare. Welcome again to the illustrious Studio G for Monday Night Core. So I'll just go over my schedule in the beginning while we have some time before we start. So Monday we're doing Hatha Yoga in the morning, core conditioning, which has some yoga stretches, but it's very fitness oriented at 6. Tuesday we're doing Vinyasa at 10:30, Hatha Yoga that's like more of like a deep stretch rather than a Hatha flow at 6. Wednesday morning is gentle yoga and restorative. Wednesday night is again core. These two cores, the Monday and Wednesdays, are the two non-yoga classes I do all week of the 10 classes. So 2 fitness classes, 8 yoga classes. Thursday morning mirrors Tuesday. Thursday morning and night mirrors Tuesday. So Vinyasa in the morning, 10:30. Hatha Yoga at 6. And then Friday, there's just a morning class, Hatha Flow, just like Monday. And then Sunday night, there's Gentle Flow and Restorative. So tonight's class is core conditioning. We're going to start in about a minute. This is a class I normally teach at the climbing gym, and it's an excellent fitness class. We use the entire body, and we really access fitness in terms of strength, balance, flexibility. Typically, we start with a lot of warming up. So a lot of dynamic stretching and joint rolls. And we do a good hard workout in the middle, and then we do deep release stretching at the end to warm down. So that's what you're in for tonight. The warm-up's super chill. The workout's hard. You can rest as part of the workout if you need to. You should definitely rest. But if you want to push yourself more, do an extra push-up or two, do things longer, do extra rounds, you can do that. But as I teach it, it should probably be hard enough. So anyway, welcome to Core Conditioning. My name is Gabriel Benjamin. We're going to begin just standing with very healthy posture. So stand nice and tall, tuck the glutes a little bit, drawing your abdomen, and notice how it takes just a little bit of strength to stand tall. And we'll warm up the wrists gradually. So go ahead and let the fingers drape down as you bring the arms up and draw in the abs, and then push out through the palms, arms down, and again, fingers drape down, arms up, push out through the palms, arms down, fingers down, arms up, push out through the palms. We're going to do this a few more times. Oh, and by the way, I made a playlist for tonight. For Facebook people, it's on my page. If you're watching this on YouTube Live, you can find it on Instagram, and it's a Spotify link, although Instagram is just a screenshot of it. So look for Gabriel Benjamin on Instagram. In core, I always warm up with no music. And then when we get to the part where we're going to work out, I start to get the music going. So the playlist is designed to start after the warm-up. Let's switch to doing some twisting. We'll go ahead and lift the arms a bit and just twist side to side. There you go. You can let the hips go, or you can stabilize them. Just don't twist into the knees that much. Enjoy twisting side to side, warming up gradually. Yeah, so I'll let you know when to cue the music. If you have your own music, then definitely play what you like. Do this workout with no music, anything you want. Do this in your pajamas if you want. Otherwise, you can wear your nicest outfit. Do whatever you like. This is your home training, so we'll make the most of the advantages we have in spite of the, not being able to be around each other as much right now. It's fine. Come back to center and relax the arms. Let's loop out the shoulders. Looping out the shoulders. And do both directions. And then loop out the elbows. You do both directions. Loop out the wrists. About 3 each way. Next is the hips. Do both directions. All right, great. Let's put the feet together. Bend the knees a bit, roll the knees. And do both directions. All right, great. Stand up tall. Lift the arms. Weave the fingers together and push up through the palms. Bend and extend the arms numerous times. Keep drawing in the core. Enjoy this warming up of the shoulders. Just lightly awaken the biceps. And arms relax. Have the feet a little bit wide. And we'll touch the toes about 7 times. So arms up, drawing the abs, touch the toes, lengthen the back, flat back, take a flat back lift. Sometimes it really helps to bend the knees. Go ahead and lift up and touch down again. Maybe bending the knees when you come down. Definitely consider bending the knees to stand up with a little bit more of a flat back. And do about 5 more, maybe just 4. Good, keep going. All right, and stand on up, then hold the right wrist. Let's stretch to the left. Hold the left wrist, stretch to the right. Keep the abdomen in as you're doing this warm up. So it's dynamic stretching, it's light. We're just getting a little bit loose, building circulation in the body, but you're keeping the core in. You're getting a little bit of strengthening benefit, and that supports your back, which is really good. When you're done with both sides, go ahead and relax the arms. Now we're going to do a little pat down. So pat down one arm and do the inner and outer arm. Good. Rub your wrist. Rub the elbow. Rub your shoulder. And pat down the other arm. Patting down, inner arm, outer arm. Rub the wrist. Big circle around the elbow, rubbing out the elbow. And then shoulder. Now we're going to pat down the torso. So you can skip any place you don't want to touch, otherwise start from the top down the torso, and then down the hips, down the thighs, down the legs, and then backs of the legs, sides of the legs, inner legs, and then up the hamstrings and the glutes, and then pat the low back. Mid back, Takes a tremendous amount of flexibility. See, so like if you're super flexible, you can tap your mid back, but most people can't do that. So we're going to come back to this little twist, but we're going to start to use a little bit more momentum and do a little swing to tap the back. Tapping back, getting some good blood flow. Those muscles back there. The more we get the blood flow going really good, the less we're going to feel pain in our body when we do hard workouts, like a nice long plank. So we'll feel the effort for sure, but the joints and the muscles don't hurt as much when you have really good blood flow. So now we'll do my favorite, the shoulder blade, right? So you do trapezius, tip of the shoulder, shoulder blade, right? Literally giving yourself a pat on the back. Good, and we're gonna switching the sides, tip of the shoulder, outer shoulder, shoulder blade, really enjoying this very self-congratulating experience. All right, and rub the hands together. Rub the hands together, get that warmth going, working on that circulation. We're gonna get the body really warmed up before we turn on the engine and make it all piping hot. So you may want to have some water and a towel, especially if you sweat profusely. We're warming up still, but we're about to get to the workout. Let's shake out the hands a little bit. There you go. Great. Okay. We'll bend the knees and lift the arms a little bit, and then put weight at the heels, go down a couple inches, and then up, and then down, and up, and repeat that. Try and have weight at the heels so you're using the glutes, not just the thighs. That's part of your core. And doing that a couple more times. And then heels ground, arms up, stomach in. Next is a dog stretch where you have the hands on the floor and have the hips high. Walk out the legs. And then put the knees on the ground. Roll out the back. If you want, for the last couple rounds, you can lift your abs more and squeeze. That will stretch and strengthen you more. Let's do another option to lift the abs, squeeze, pushing the hands. And then let's go ahead and come to face down. Prone work to open up the chest, make the back strong. Go ahead and lift the chest just a little bit. And exhale, lower. Again, lift the chest, lift the hands a little bit. Exhale, release. Do that again, lift chest and hands. And come on down. Inhale, lifting the chest and the hands. Release. Inhale, lift. And come on down. All right, great. Let's go ahead and lift. Come back to a dog stretch. Lift both heels and then press both heels. Continue, lift both heels. Press down, press back with the shoulders. Press into the hands. Do a couple more. Still warming up. And press the heels down. Knees to the floor. And we're going to fold the arms and lower the head on the arms and just rest a bit here, right? We haven't really worked hard yet, and that's fine. You can rest before you're tired. It's a good method to approach fitness and to approach life. This is also an excellent time to cue the music. So play the music if you're using my playlist, and we're about to begin more of the official workout. So remember, when you're working out, you're choosing everything you do. And if you don't like the decision you made, work on making better decisions, either in the present or the future. So everything's your choice. Do it harder, do it easier, whatever you'd like. Let's come back to the hands and knees. Enjoy getting some music going. If that's what you dig, we'll tuck under the toes and lift the knees just a little bit, the flat back, levitated cat. Push into the hands and feel the core. Okay? Do we know the nickname of this pose? Do we remember from last week the nickname of the pose? Write it in the comments section if you dare. It's a bit of an expletive, but it's a fun nickname. You understand. The nickname makes sense when you hold long enough. Okay. Push back into the legs. Dog stretch. Feel how your legs have some blood flow in them, right? You're using your legs there. The key for using the core and the arms is to use your legs as well. So in that pose, you can't avoid it. Knees on the ground. In the plank, you can avoid it, but you don't want to. You want to use the legs in the plank. Let's do this levitated cat. Knees lifting just a bit. Push into the feet, push into the hands. And notice how you feel your legs. So if our legs were straight and we were in a plank, we should be using them a lot, just like we are now. This is a good opportunity to learn that the legs are great for igniting the core more, to take it out of the shoulders and wrists. And we'll go ahead and push back into the legs. And put the knees on the floor. Come back to neutral. And we're going to do that same thing for the third time. Knees lift. This is the third and final time. So knees lift just a bit. And we're back in the levitated cat, developing the core and realizing that the legs are a significant part of that. If your wrists are sore, you can have your hands more forward, shoulders above the wrists or close to that, but not beyond them. Just a little bit more time here. And then dog stretch. Walk up or jump up, top of the mat. Fold. Hey, and while we're here, we'll just do that again. Walk back to a dog stretch, and then walk up or jump up, top of the mat. And since we did 2, we might as well do 3, right? It's the third time that they say is the charm. So walk back to dog stretch. Look, use your back and your abdomen, your whole core. Light transition up and fold over the legs. And then come into a straight back lift. Stand up straight and bring the arms in, abs in, and arms relax. Have the feet a little bit wide. We're going to do a set of squats here. So feet a little bit wide. You can hold the hands like this, or you can do the YMCA grip and pull the hands. So squat just a little bit at first. Continue. If you feel good, going low, you can do a deep squat. Just keep weight above the heels and the hips. So it's more core, less knees. Does that make sense? Good. Keep pulling the hands apart or do the normal position like this is good. Otherwise, pulling on the hands as you take squats. And then switch your grip. Pull with the opposite hand on top. Continue your squats. Don't go any lower than what feels good on the knees. You want weight in the heels. If the heels are popping up, don't go so low. This will help you to develop flexibility in your hips, low back, and Achilles tendon as well. It's very good for strengthening the lower core. And you're pulling on the hands, because pulling exercises are good for counterbalancing all the pushing, which we do a lot of planking. That's good. Okay. Catch your breath, shake out your hands a little bit. I just mentioned we do a lot of planking. We haven't gotten to that yet, but it's about to happen now. So we'll go ahead and lift the arms, draw into the abs, hands on the ground, and then we'll take the first plank of the evening and see how that feels. Lifting the abdomen, firming the legs, lifting out of the shoulders, and then taking a dog stretch. Come back to plank. Come back to dog stretch. And again, plank, dog stretch, plank, dog stretch, plank, dog stretch, and then plank. Holding, take the right knee to the right elbow, and then switch sides. Next is the right knee to the chest, and the left knee to the chest. Then right knee toward the opposite arm, and left knee toward the opposite arm. Good, take a dog stretch. And let's do that one more time. Come back to a plank, take the left knee, left arm, right knee, right arm. Left knee to chest, right knee to chest. Left knee, right arm, right knee, left arm. Add a push-up if you'd like. Use your core to lift. And then push back. Dog stretch. Catch your breath. Let the head down and the hips high. And knees down. Hold the arms under the head. Just take a brief rest. And come on up. Take a big step up with the right foot. And take a crescent lunge with the knee and the foot tracking forward. If you're needing to, you can bend the back leg, but if you're able to straighten it completely, do that. Lift your arms unless you need to hold your knee or your hips for balance. Sit nice and low into it. And plank. Put the knees down really slow, and then lift the knees up. And again, knees down slow, and lift the knees up. Knees down slow, knees lift, knees down slow. And then a little bit of the child. Come on up, sitting or kneeling. Big step up with the left foot, and take crescent position. You can hold maybe the wall of the thigh, otherwise arms up. If your knee or your back hurts, bend the leg, but if you can straighten it and have a long lunge, then that's good for maximum balance, strength, and flexibility. This pose touches in on all three of those cornerstones of fitness: balance, strength, and flexibility. So it's very good. We'll go ahead and have the hands down and take a plank. Do mountain climbers, right knee in and the left, and repeat side to side. Anytime you need a break, that's fine. Otherwise, we'll keep going here with the mountain climbers. And finishing on the left side, go ahead and put the knees down, hold the arms, Sit back and come on up. Adjust so your legs are out from underneath, and then scoot on up. Scoot up. When you have the room, release onto the back. Hug your knees into the chest, and then go ahead and release your arms and extend the legs out. All the way to the ground if you can. Knees bend in. If your back feels too arched, you can keep the legs up and extend out with the legs high. But if you're able to continue that with the feet going all the way to the ground, knees in, repeat that. Have the feet together. Couple more. And knees to chest. All right, go ahead. Take the hands behind the head. Take the right elbow to the left knee, extend the opposite leg. Go back and forth. And we're going to do about 30 seconds of this. Bicycle sequence. It's very good for working into the nooks and crannies of the core muscles, getting into the lateral muscles, as well as some of the main abdominal groups. If you need a break anytime or to do less, more, your choice. Remember, make good decisions. Otherwise, we'll continue this for about 10 more seconds. Let's do the last 2, 1, and we're done. Good. Hold the knees, just catch your breath a little bit. All right, let's go ahead and rock on up. Draw your hips back, lengthen the legs, hips back, and then sit up as straight as you can and lift the arms super straight. Unless your neck hurts, you could do a moderate lift, but otherwise arms very lengthened. You sit up really tall. And this is strengthening the core in more of a subtle way, but the longer you hold, the more it becomes blatant. Like just sitting up straight, standing up straight takes strong core muscles. It's a very subtle strength, but it's kind of like putting coins in a piggy bank, right? Eventually it adds up. But when you're not used to subtle strength, you just don't have a feeling for your core muscles, the blatant stuff really helps. So an example of something that's blatant we'll do together right now. Bend the knees, have the hips back, lift the knees, point the ankles, and extend the arms and the legs and keep the knees and chest lifting. This is the V seat. You could optionally have the knees bent, otherwise straight legs. Main thing is you want the knees high and the chest high. And then go ahead and lower, just hovering above the ground. And go for a little swim. Arms and legs move up and down. Yeah, you can huff and puff, it's not yoga. You can let out a big sound effect, big gasp when you release all the way down. Pretty soon then release. Whew. That was good and tough. Remember, sound effects are encouraged. They help you process the effort. Dare I say the pain? Okay, let's do that same sequence we just did. Knees into chest, legs extend. Knees into chest, legs extend. Keep going. A few more rounds. And knees to chest. Give yourself a little breather. Some well-deserved rest. Okay. Actually, we can rest the hips by putting the feet down, feet together, knees open. I'm not going to do this for that long. At the end of class, maybe we'll do a deeper form, but we're just giving the hip flexors a chance to really recover so we can work even harder when we do these bicycles. So we'll lift the knees, hands behind the head. Take the left elbow, right knee, straighten the opposite leg. Do the other side, and we're going to do about 30 seconds here. Really lengthening through the leg that extends. So you're getting length of the hip flexor muscle group, and then you contract it and repeat. Good, let's keep going. We're about halfway. Couple more. 1 and 2. Good. Take a rest. Catch your breath. Roll on up. Switch to hands and knees. Switching to hands and knees. If your wrists are tired, you can have the fingers off the mat and the palms elevated on the mat. Point the right foot. Extend, just lift as high as the hip and really tone around the knee. Then bring the knee into the chest, around the back. Re-extend that leg. And then lift the opposite arm. Go ahead and do that on the next side. Extend the left leg. Bring the knee into the chest, rounding the back, drawing into the core. And re-extending the left leg, really toning around the knee, and lifting the opposite arm. Go ahead and place the hands on the floor, and we'll take a dog stretch. Lift the right leg high. And do 3 rounds of the knee to the nose. And then lift the leg high and use that same amount of core or more core and step up really light crescent lunge. Very long crescent lunge here. You can stand up, hold the wall if you need, bring the arms up, maybe hands together if your shoulders don't feel too tight. And really engage in the crescent, sit low and firm the back leg, knee tracks forward. It's right above the ankle, not beyond that. It's bad for your knee, don't do that. Do healthy form. Do things for your health, not to destroy your body, right? And we'll go ahead and make a spin and do crescent facing back. Remember, you could bend your leg, but if you don't have to, if it feels good, use that extra effort to tone the leg more, which will stretch your hip flexors more. So we're getting a stronger and more flexible core. The glutes really benefit from this pose as well. So we're stretching and strengthening, getting a little bit of balance. And then make a spin back to the front direction. Take a moment, make sure the footing's good. Do a half lower, hold the thigh. Lift, arms up, do a full bow and fly the arms back, or do that half lower again, and then lift, and hands down, dog stretch. All right, I think we're going to try something a little bit wild. So if you have a wall, you may consider moving your mat up near the wall. Now, if you don't have a wall, then do these jumps just very slightly. So here's how people who are new to this and or people who don't have a wall will train. This could be dangerous if you don't have a wall, so just jump a little bit, and that's all you need to do. Just jump a little, and if you have a wall, you can jump higher. Just keep your arms steady, kick your glutes.
You kick your butt. Maybe you get all the way up, and let's do, maybe 5 jumps, more if you really love this. Skip it if you don't feel safe. There you go. Sometimes you can get some hang time. A little hang time up there. It's a good sign. That means you're getting stronger in the core, getting really tapped into your focus and balance. Okay, that was fun. You don't need to be at the wall as much anymore, if at all. Dog stretch. Lift the left leg, and then 3 rounds, knee to nose, and lift, knee to nose, and lift, knee to nose, and lift. Very light step up, crescent, and come on up, and hold the thigh. So we're on the left leg now. Arms up, maybe hands together. Remember the different ways to go really strong into it. You bring the back leg into a toned position, front leg low without bending beyond the ankle. And then go ahead and make a spin. Face the back, crescent facing back. How are you doing? Are you sweating yet? I'm starting to get there. Not as easy without a room full of humid people. Normally the Monday night is a major spitzfest. We like that. All right, go ahead and spin back to the front. And taking the crescent facing forward, we're on the left leg again. Do that half lower. Lift. Do a full lower, arms fly back. Lift with the core. Hands to the ground. Dog stretch. Head down, hips high. Deep breath. And let's go ahead and just put the knees down and rest for very brief moments. Tiny little bit of rest. I'm recentering my mat. Okay, maybe watch this next bit. Watch this next bit. You're welcome to just walk up and sit down, but what we commonly do is jump to sitting. So you jump, push into the hands, use the core to not land too heavy on the feet. You bring the legs through. So you can do that, or just walk up and slowly sit down. And we're going to do one more VC. So bend the knees. Lift the chest. You could just hold the legs, but you do want the knees high and the chest high. Second phase is arms out and lengthen the legs, or stay in one of those previous phases. Keep lifting, right? Lifting, engaging, and then come to the low position and make hands and legs a little bit wider and come back in, working the accordion. There you go. There you go. Good job. This is quite hard, but it leaves no stone unturned because the inner hips sometimes are avoided, but not tonight. We're getting to all aspects of the core. And when we're done, feet together, collapse in relief and possibly collapsing into tears, knowing that we've still got some really good reclined work to go. Maybe tears of joy because we're happy we're going to work our asses off right now. Does that sound good? Sounds good to me. Okay, let's bring the feet together and point the right foot and then lift the left foot as you lower the right. Switch sides. Remember, as I've told you all along, you can rest anytime. Otherwise, we're going to scissor for a while here. Try and cross right in the middle. Have the ankles pointed really effectively. And keep going. It's very good for strengthening lots of different core muscles. You keep your back flat, so it's not like crunches where you're rounding and squeezing. You're having a really stable back and working the legs. It makes the hamstrings a little bit flexible as well, and that's a good thing. Okay, almost done. Next time the left leg lifts, we're going to lower. Whew. Let out the steam. Getting warm in here. All right, very good. Let's go ahead and bend the knees into the chest. And because we had such a good time the first 2 times, and because the third time is the charm, we're going to do another set of the bicycles. So hands behind the head, right elbow, left knee, extend the opposite leg, and go back and forth, side to side. And last 2, and last 1, and you're good. Woo! Yes. All right. Feet to the ground. Take an extra breath. If your back tends to arch too much, or you have like a towel, you can put that under your hips, maybe just part of your hands under the hips. We're going to lift the knees, make the legs vertical, and lower the legs. We do about 10 of these. You still need rest from those bicycles. Take extra rest. Otherwise, we're going to do about 8 more. So lift and lower at a perfect pace. It doesn't have to be too slow, but don't rush through it and don't lift up your tailbone too much. Keep your back flat and stable. And we'll find that nice medium pace that maximizes the strength we feel deep in the core muscles. I lost count, but let's say, for instance, 7 more. Does that sound good? No? Okay, let's just do 2 more. 2 more. Okay, 1, lower. I know I'm a bastard. All right, 2, but I'm just joking around. It's a stage persona. I'm not a real bastard. My parents were married when I was born. Okay, good. Take rest. And knees to chest. Let's go ahead. Hold the back of the legs. Rock on out. Switch. Hands and knees. Point the right foot. Extend. Just lift as high as the hip. Round the back. Knee to nose. Re-extend. Lift the left arm. And switch sides. Extend the left leg. Lift. Knee to nose, rounding the back. Re-extend. And extend the right arm. And let's all go ahead and meet back and do a dog stretch. And we'll go ahead and hop on up, top of the mat. Fold over the legs. And then straighten the back. Stand up straight. Bring the arms up. And lower the arms. Hands on hips, stomach in. Lift the right knee. And point the ankle. Extend the right leg. And switch sides. Lift the left knee, point the ankle. Extend the leg. And release. Go ahead and stretch the right quad now. You may need to hold on to something. Draw in your abs, work your glutes down, lift your left arm. And if you want a little balancing challenge, let your leg lift but just the thigh, the heel stays in the glute. Go down halfway or touch the floor, the thigh lifting, and then bend the leg a little bit, draw into the core, stand on up, and switch sides. Stretching the other thigh, hug the knees together, hug the abs in, glutes down. That will give you a deeper stretch. And then lifting the opposite arm, and either stay like this, or come down a little bit, or come down all the way and touch the floor. And maybe put a little bend in the standing leg. Come on up, rise up, bring the arm up, and then relax everything. And we're going to do one more round of the squats. Now that our thighs are nice and refreshed. We won't do as long a round as last time, but we'll enjoy that. And we might even do a crow if you're good students, right? Good. Squat it out. Do the level that works for your knees. Be conservative if your knees are sore. All right, squat. And then if you like, crow. I should probably show you that from the side. There's an option. Having a lot of mat, so if you fall on something, you fall on your mat, will make you less stressed and worried, even if you don't fall. You know there's something soft instead of a hard floor being in front of the mat. So having lots of mat in front of you is good. Come up on your tiptoes, lean forward, take the tiptoe crow. Just do that. That's totally fine. If you feel comfortable and safe, bring the feet up and together and round the back and squeeze the core. And go ahead and squat down. And next, we're going to do the reclined crow. So, if you couldn't do crow, or even if you could, and this one's really good for getting the muscles going, but not putting so much pressure on the wrists. You can watch if you need, or you can do it if you already know. So you make the shape of the arms like a crow, and then bring your knees into your armpits. Lift your head unless your neck hurts. And take the reclined crow. It's very good for working the core, but making it easy on the wrists and not being afraid of falling. You can't fall, you're already on the ground. There you go. Good, shake it out. The trembling is good. You get nervous tension out of the body. All right, and we'll take knees to chest. And rock on up, switch, back to hands and knees. Now we're going to do some back work. So lower all the way down, lift the chest, keep the feet down, arms back. And then lower and lift again, lower, again lift, lower, one more time, lift, and lower. Take a breath. And then go ahead and lift both the arms and the legs. We'll do 5 reps. So 1, legs and arms lift, and lower. 2, try to be even through the legs and the chest. 3, and come down. 4, release, and 5. Come on down. Now, take the arms overhead and take an extra breath. Lift the arms and the legs and lower. Lift the arms and the legs and release. Again, lift, release, lift, come down, lift, and lower. And go ahead and bring the elbows back. And now we'll give the chest, a chance to stretch. This is called the Sphinx stretch. And it's a nice little opening for the chest and the back. We're strengthening the back a lot. We're doing a lot of planks for the chest. And it's good to stay flexible in those areas as well. And now we're going to combine toning and stretching by coming up to a neutral position. And tuck under the feet and extend the legs. Plank, lifting the abs, tucking the tail, flat or rounded back. Plank, yes, here we are again in plank. I've mentioned that calling this class Plank Again would be a pretty fitting title, but core conditioning is what we're sticking with for now. We're considering the Plank Again movement. Please mention in the comments if you think Plank Again is a fitting title, since indeed we are doing Plank Again. Okay, great. Knees down, elbows down. Be very long. You want your hands off the mat, especially if you're tall. You want to be very long, right? And walk the feet way back and let the hips lower so they're as low as the shoulders. And you guessed it, what are we doing? Firm the thighs. Say it out loud, even if I can't hear you. What are we doing? Yes, Plank Again. This time on the elbows. And we're holding that plank. If you need to rest, go to Sphinx. That's where we're going eventually. Otherwise, we're just gonna be a little bit more here in the plank, squeezing it out, and then taking a nice stretch. Sphinx, see how good the Sphinx feels when you combine it with some toning first. There you go. Now, if you had to guess, what would we do next? Right? Any guess? Anybody? Okay, well, let's come down. Let's find out together. We come up to neutral position, and what we're going to do is the exact same sequence. So yeah, you guessed it. Plank again. Here we are, lifting out of the shoulders, parting the shoulder blades, making the legs super strong, right? No excuses. I talked about this in the beginning. Make the legs so strong. You know, if you really need to rest, go ahead. Otherwise, we're firm in the legs, strong in the spine, pushing to the hands, lifting out of the shoulders, and then knees down. Elbows down. And walk the legs way back, lower the hips so they're not higher than the shoulders. And we're in elbow plank again. And we're going to Sphinx again also. So you can do that sooner. Otherwise, we're going to hold this one a little bit and be very strong through the feet. Push back through the heels. Firm the thighs. Squeeze the core. Part the shoulder blades. Make the form really good so that you're maximizing your concentration and your ability to squeeze the most out of this experience in the body and the mind, creating a strong core mentally and physically, building endurance in the mental and physical plank. And then taking that nice, well-deserved Sphinx. There we go. Good. Enjoy that stretch. Breath or two more. Come on down. Use the core. Lift and take dog stretch. Head down, hips high. Okay. Look forward and then either walk up and sit down or jump. Very light. Legs through. One more VC, just very briefly, but do keep the knees and the chest high. Modify if you need. Otherwise, the full extension of the VC. If you'd like a big challenge, keep the knees high. Point the arms to the sky. And if you're very proud of yourself, you feel like you're totally killing it in your training, you do thumbs at chest. This is something I do on a daily basis. It makes you feel proud of yourself. You deserve it. That's good. Okay, extend the arms, take low position. Kick and scream a little bit before you fall through the floor with extra dramatic sound effects, releasing. Jeez, that was hard. Okay, just one or two more workout-y things before the very well-deserved luscious warm down. So let's go ahead and bring both legs in, feet on the floor. Lift the right leg, extend the arms. 5 crunches. If you want the bottom leg straight, do that. Otherwise, keep it bent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, release, right foot to ground, lift the left leg. Extend the right leg, or keep it bent, arms extend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lower both legs. Catch your breath. Now, bring the feet together. Lift the feet just a little bit and then go up to the right, down to the left. Up to the left, down to the right. This is the figure eights. It's one of the hardest things we do. We save the best for last. And we can empty the tank when we do this side and then the other direction. So when we're doing that last one, we can really empty the tank because we know the warm down is coming soon after that. Just a little bit more of this direction. That's good. And rest. You're going to need some rest because we got the other side to do. And that's the side where we really put the pedal to the metal and empty out all the gas. Okay, are you ready? Feet together. Lift the feet just a little bit. So we did up to the right, down to the left. So we're going to go down to the left, up to the right, down to the right, up to the left, and repeat. Reverse track of the figure eight. This is where you find your metal, what you're made of. If you're resting, don't worry about it. Keep training. Every week you're going to get stronger. But if you're able to survive, to show fortitude, then that's good. Keep going just a little bit more. Really squeeze it out. Squeeze every last drop out of the workout. Almost done, and rest. Good job. That was nuts. All right, we're going to go ahead and bring the knees into chest and rock on up. Switch the hands and knees. And dog stretch. Very slow. Step the right foot up. Runner's lunge. And then turn the left hand out and twist. Left arm down, right arm up. Just a little bit more here. Back leg super strong. And switch sides. Take a brief moment of dog stretch, very slow. Step the left foot up. And then twist, right arm down, left arm up, back leg, so strong. And breathe. Good. Come on down. Switch. Hands and knees. Loosen up the side body. Let's go ahead and turn side of the mat. Jump the feet apart. Nice straddle stretch. That should help the hips after we've worked them quite hard. The recline work. And one leg, stretch the inner hip. The other side. Come back to center. Draw into the core and stand on up. Stand tall. Bring the feet together. Open the toes and bend the knees and have the knees above the ankles. Use the hands to help them widen. Go ahead and stand and bend a couple times. This will help you to loosen up in the hips. And then go ahead and bend. Use the hands to help the knees widen, glutes down, abs in. Bring the arms up if you'd like, or keep holding the knees. The knees are just above the heels, not beyond them. And we're going to do 2 more counts. So go low or rest, your choice. And then come on up. And walk the feet close to each other. And if you have a wall to stand at the wall, hold the wall, and stretch out the thigh. There's a lot of squats and crescents, so it's good to give the thigh a well-deserved break. Switch sides. Good. Release that stretch. If you've got the wall, hold the wall. If you don't, you can hold the hip. We're going to do a side stretch, but the wall is a nice leverage point and a destination point for that hand to reach to. Keep the core in. Enjoy a big stretch through there. And let's do the other side. Hand on the wall or hand on the hip. Big stretch. Come back to center. Next, we're going to clasp the hands behind the back and pull the arms back. This might be all the stretch you need. Could be enough. If you want to do a forward bend and make it easier, you could do it like this. But otherwise, we're going to have the hands clasping. Maybe hold a piece of cloth. If your shoulders are tight, bend over. You can also bend the knees, which helps the back and hamstrings a lot. Big stretch. And put a big bend in the knees. And come on up. Next, we're going to do a squat, the athlete squat. This time, just holding the squat. Squatting and stretching out the quads, the calves, and the Achilles. If your heels are lifting, it's a lot of pressure on your knees. Try the feet a little extra wide. Blanket under the feet can help a lot. Sometimes you just want to sit and do butterfly, like feet together, knees open. The squat's awesome. It's so good for you. But if it doesn't feel good on your joints, it's hurting you, better to do something else. All right. Let's go ahead and sit down now. Have the feet together, the hips really far back, and taking forward bend with the diamond position. So the knees are open. It's kind of like butterfly, but you're pretty long. Not too long, but really long so that you can access the lower back and the hamstring connector muscles. Relax down the back of the neck. Breathe. Release the forward bend. Let's go ahead. Set up to lower onto the back. Lay back down. Feet to the ground. Open the knees and let the hips stretch out. So when you're working the abdomen, especially the reclined work, inadvertently you kind of thrash the hips in a good way, hopefully, but it's nice. You know, you recover much better when you do a good, thorough warm down, good stretching session. Maybe later you'll do some self-massage, hot bath, and really good hydration is going to be great for your recovery. Knees lift, feet go wide, and bend the knees into the chest. I'm sorry, don't bend the knees to chest. Feet go wide, bend the knees together. My brain's just a little cooked from such a hard workout. I'm sure you understand. Anyway, thanks for forgiving me. Let's enjoy continuing this stretch for the sacrum and the low back. We've worked the low back pretty hard, so we want to give back to the low back, if that makes sense. Take some good breaths so you're relaxing, thawing out the muscles. And then feet together. And next is the cradle stretch. Take the right ankle to the left thigh, work the right knee out. If you just push on the knee, this may be enough of a stretch for you. So if you're pretty tight in your glutes, your piriformis, and you push on the knee like that, that might be enough. If you don't feel very much of a stretch, then you want to bring your leg in, but keep your right ankle flexed a bit. And you might need to hold the hamstring. You can get a little more leverage if you can reach the shin, but it's only worth it if your shoulders and neck are staying relatively flat. Take 5 deep breaths like this. Did a lot of great work to make the glutes strong. And that's really important. The body is much healthier when you have strong, healthy glutes. But if they get too tight, then they can turn on you and mess up your back and your hips and things. So keeping the glutes strong and flexible, very good for health. Lots and lots of sitting and slouching, not as much. Go ahead and switch the sides. When you sit, yeah, you can do the modified form like I showed before, otherwise tuck it in. And when you sit, you dilapidate the glutes, right? Your glutes don't stay strong. They can get tighter and less flexible. And same thing with the hip flexors. They get tighter, weaker. The glutes from sitting a lot get tighter and weak, underdeveloped, very bad for your back, right? We work the hip flexors hard, we work the glutes hard. We want to make sure to stretch them. If you're sore there tomorrow, do some of these stretches tomorrow. Extra stretching, a little bit of daily movement, so good for you, right? The body's made to move. You gotta keep moving. And go ahead and release the stretch. And we'll slowly lift on up. Legs in front, arms lift, stomach in, lift the chest, and then forward bend. Stretching forward, reach the chest forward, relaxing the neck. So have one more deep breaths. Good. Do a couple more stretches. Sit any way that's comfortable, maybe cross-legged. The right arm across the chest. The shoulder tends to peel up. Try and keep it low, but do really lengthen through the arm. Might hook the elbow. You can go a little deeper that way. That shoulder low. Switch the sides. Shoulders low. Stretch. Quality breath. Release. Let's do right ear, right shoulder. Left shoulder very low. Nice stretch. You get a little tight in those traps from one more plank. So make sure after all those planks we did, not get tight, don't get trapped in the traps. Stay in the game of combining strength and flexibility. Other side.
back to center. That's it for our training session tonight. Thank you so much, everyone. This has been awesome, as it was last week. So hopefully it was just what you needed. Yeah, take care of yourself. Drink fluids, have healthy food, showers, hot bath, good rest. All good for the fitness, for the health and the immune system. If you haven't yet, please link in my PayPal or my Venmo. Send me a little bit of financial love. And if you're struggling and you can't do that, then make a comment. Tell everyone how the class was great. And most importantly, push share. If you don't pay for class, no problem, but do push share. That's what I want from you. That's the deal. And yeah, give a good shout out to the virtual world. One of the nice things about this format is that there's limitless students. You know, we can be training around the world, 100 people, and it's very helpful for me and my family right now. I really appreciate it very much. I'm going to continue to produce the best content I can for you all. So please check in for yoga throughout the week. I'll be posting my schedule later tonight. It's the same as last week, except last week we didn't do Monday Night Core. So 10 classes this week. We had 9 awesome classes last week, and thank you all again so much for participating. Yeah, leave a comment, send a picture of your sweaty face in the comments if you like, so we can interact with each other a little bit more. And yeah, 8 yoga classes total this week. We did 1 this morning, 1 more core. So 10 classes total, 2 pure core fitness and 8 yoga classes. Most likely we're going to do a little alignment workshop on Saturday as well. At the very least, we'll do a little coffee yoga Q&A check-in. So that's it for tonight. Enjoy. Look forward to next time. We'll do the same class Wednesday at 6, and I've got a vinyasa yoga class tomorrow at 10:30. Ciao for now. Bye. Bye YouTube Live. Bye Facebook Live.